sure you've all heard of green hydrogen. As green and digital technologies are considered the technological solutions to the ecological crisis, green hydrogen will have an important role as an energetic solution. Considering the public funds being used in the production of green hydrogen, it seems the European Union is being seduced by the hydrogen lobby's discourse. The lobbies say that we will be able to substitute all fossil energy with green hydrogen without changing a tiny shred of our system of production. But hang on a sec. What is hydrogen? First of all, we must stress that hydrogen is not an energy resource. Wait, what? It's an energy carrier. It stores energy like a battery. So you won't just dig under the soil and find hydrogen. You still need an energy source to produce it. If you produce it with renewable energies, they say, we can call it green. If not, well... So is green hydrogen truly that green? Not exactly. First, we need to consider the fact that renewable technologies also have impacts. Green hydrogen is produced with a lot of water, in zones that are in a water-stressed situation, like the Mediterranean region or the Antofagasta region in Chile. Consider this. To generate a ton of green hydrogen, 9 tons of water are needed. Also, hydrogen has a low energy efficiency. It requires a lot of energy and resources to be produced. As stated in the Repower EU strategy, Chile is a strategic partner of the European Union in fostering green hydrogen. And that way, the EU can end their dependency on Russian fossil fuels. And this, of course, comes with big ecological costs. The process of desalinating water is jeopardizing ecosystems and local communities, as well as polluting the seawater and the air. Let's have a listen to this woman from Pueblo Chango.
Las industrias ya están llegando a nuestro territorio para quedarse. Y lamentablemente el impacto que va a producir va a ser nuestros recursos, en nuestra forma de vivir, en nuestra salud. Yo le diría a los europeos que no confíen tanto en este mega proyecto del hidrógeno verde y que vean la realidad en la costa de los chilenos. Nosotros dependemos 100% del recurso del mar y al no tener ese recurso.
How will this hydrogen infrastructure be financed? The Next Generation EU, which funds part of the European Green Deal, is the main candidate. Spain can receive a lot of money from this fund, 160 billion, not bad, where over 10 billion are for the energy transition. At this point, we know that big fossil companies like Repsol, Cepsa, Enel, and Iberdrola have received public money from these funds to develop hydrogen projects, when we know that some of these companies have had record high profits in 2022. These companies are putting a lot of pressure on the European Union to promote new hydrogen infrastructures such as the H2Med, a mega infrastructure to transport hydrogen from Portugal to the rest of Europe. This is just one of many planned hydrogen mega infrastructures. So what should we do? We need to get rid of the idea that we can simply replace fossil gas with green hydrogen because, as was said, it's very difficult to produce and comes with a lot of costs. It is also necessary to decide, in a democratic manner and based on a well-grounded analysis, which social needs we can and want to cover with green hydrogen. We need to focus on substituting hydrogen produced by fossil fuels to hydrogen produced by renewable energies and using this energy carrier to foster the industries related to the ecological transition. Moreover, people and communities' energy needs have to be accomplished through local and community-based infrastructures. We need to reduce our energy consumption and reconsider our social and political structures as well as our economic model. We need to walk towards degrowth economies focused on well-being rather than on expanding economies. And I think you guessed it, while respecting the planetary boundaries.